5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff.
What a beautiful view of Falcon 9 as it successfully lifts off from Pad 4E at Vandenberg Space Force Base, carrying our stack of 51 Starlink satellites to orbit. Now, moments ago, we throttled the engines down in preparation for max Q, or maximum aerodynamic pressure on the engines. And in a minute, we will have 3 events happening in back-to-back in rapid succession. And that's main engine cutoff, or MECO. This is where all 9 M1D engines will shut off to slow the vehicle down in preparation for stage separation, where the
engine chill started.
Where the first and second stage will separate, with the first stage making its way back down to Earth for landing, and the second stage continuing on its journey to the third event, or second engine startup 1, and propels the second stage along with the Starlink light from the engine. The light from that first stage engine cutoff.
MVAC ignition confirmed.
For main engine cutoff, you saw the successful stage separation and the second stage engine, the Merlin vacuum engine, and here we are waiting for fairing separation. Today's flight marks the 24th time SpaceX has reflown the Falcon fairing halves since November of 2019. From those live views on your right there, that is
separation confirmed.
You can see that great view of the 2 fairing halves separating from the Starlink satellites. And again, this was our second flight for one of the fairing halves and a third for the other half. You can see stage 2 here with the MVAC engine lit up and carrying our Starlink payload to orbit. 10th flight for this particular booster, the second flight for one fairing half, and the third flight for the other half. Reusability is critical to what we do at SpaceX. It allows us to refly the most expensive parts of the rocket, which in turn drives down the cost of space access. Now, the stage 1 entry burn should be coming up here in a little under a minute, and this will be a 20-second burn of that first stage.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
What a cool view on your left of the stage 1 entry burn startup there. This is a 20-second burn of 3 of the Merlin 1D engines of the first stage.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
We did have a successful stage 1 entry burn, and you can see those super cool live views from the stage 1 there as it is re-entering the Earth's atmosphere. Now, stage 1 landing burn should be starting here very shortly.
Stage 1 landing burn.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
Stage 1 landing burn has just started. That is our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You, in the Pacific Ocean. As you can see from that beautiful view,
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
Up next we will have a coast phase, and we'll see you back here at T plus 44 minutes, 30 seconds for our second engine start 2. Welcome back. We have just a quick correction. We actually just have 1 burn from our West Coast Vandenberg launches, so the Starlink satellite's actually deployment until we get to a ground station over Argentina at T plus 26 minutes and 16 seconds. If you're just joining us, a quick recap of today's mission. We had a successful liftoff from Vandenberg Space Force Base at 8:55 p.m. Pacific time. We then had a successful stage separation, recovered our first stage.
Acquisition of signal, Punta Arenas.
After its 10th flight on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You.
Deploy confirmed.
We just had confirmation of a successful Starlink deploy. Again, this deploy happened some minutes ago, but we were waiting for that ground station coverage, which we just got to confirm that